Oh shit! I can buy my Doge. Yes.
Oh shit! Don't lose money.
Fuck.
Don't gamble more than you're ready to lose. That's my advice to you. Seriously, my one
Wait,
piece of
not
advice.
enough. Wait, why is it saying I don't have enough buying power?
Oof.
Wait, no. Ooh, I gotta limit it down to hold on 0.31. There we go. No.
Damn, live gambling. Damn, this is gonna get me a fucking AO rating. Jesus Christ.
I'm only spending 31 cents right now. That's it.
Oh, not so bad. Not so bad.
Yeah, 0.31. Can I? Yeah, that'll buy 10. Buy.
Where are you buying it from? What are you using?
Robinhood. It's the only one that I
Oh.
can actually use to buy it, sadly.
Damn.
Yeah, Robinhood's so shitty. They're holding my.
Hey,
I
don't forget to
withdrew
get
more
your
money.
free Dogecoins from the Doge data faucets.
Yeah.
No, seriously.
Is that actually a thing?
Yeah, it's a real thing. There's these things called faucets that like it's part of the Doge coin thing to like propagate Doge. There's basically these community funds. They're on the Dogecoin website. You can just click on them, and they're faucets that are giant. They're giant like funds that people can donate Doge to over the years, and every person without question gets if you get like your wallet will get free Doge if you put it on there from the collective fund. It's a way of like encouraging people to get into Doge. But yeah, you can get your free Doge if you haven't done it already.
I probably should try that because right now Robinhood's being like a bunch of cunts. I managed to make a bit of profit.
Yeah, we covered that
I
earlier.
managed, I managed to make a little bit of profit investing in AMC when the stock was
You
like.
didn't invest in AMC. You gambled on AMC. Don't call it what it is.
I did. Yeah,
it's gambling.
Okay. I gambled a total of $130 on AMC.
Right,
I've still got 99 in it now with a profit of $24. And I put most of the 99 went into Cash App investing because they shut down AMC on Robinhood, and I put 30 into AMC, and then I sold, and now I've got like 37 or 38 or something like that. That's like in my Robinhood wallet, but they won't let me buy any crypto with it for 3 days. So I basically, and I can't buy any, and I can't put more money into my Robinhood account because it's attached to my bank account, and I keep none of my money in my bank account.
All right, let me give you some advice, okay? Let me give you a little bit of advice, all right? Listen, this is ancient DemonMama advice, okay? As first of all, you need to get yourself, if you ever want to actually make money with fucking Stonks, you need to get a legitimate fucking brokerage account. And I highly recommend going through the process to get a Charles Schwab investment account. It is annoying. You have to fill out a bunch of paperwork, and then they have to vet you to make sure you're not like a fucking criminal or whatever, because that's what they do. But it's very well worth it. It's incredibly good. And they literally, if you get an account with Schwab and you put in the minimum, I think they have like a $500 minimum or something stupid like that. But regardless, I don't know what it is these days. But if you set it up, your account, just having an account with them entitles you to actually talk at any moment of any day, 24 hours with actual licensed stockbrokers. And you get the same zero commissions that you get on Robinhood with none of the bullshit, because they're an actual legitimate investment firm, and you're a paying customer to them. So, I highly recommend that in the long run, because they also provide you with the legitimate, like the actual tools that people use for this. Not that you necessarily will use them, but if you want to, all you have to do is click one tab over and you can do fucking calculations. You can do all kinds of stuff. Yeah, it's Charles Schwab.
Charles Schwab.
Charles Schwab is like OG investment bank, like for retail investors. It is like, again, I wish I was fucking sponsored by. Well, if I was sponsored by Charles Schwab, I'd be a fucking millionaire. They don't really give that shit out. But yeah, no, it's like a really good ass bank. I've used them for over 10 years. But also, and the other thing, never ever let yourself confuse gambling with investing. Investing is a real thing. It is a real thing. Even if lefties sometimes don't believe in it, you can actually invest and make money. It's a legitimate thing that you can do. But what you're doing right now is gambling, and that's okay, because I did it too. Don't worry, I gambled a little bit on it too. I can't resist a little bit of vice. But don't let yourself don't trick yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm not. Don't worry. I know.
That's how you trick yourself into overdoing it, and then you lose money, and that stings like fuck.
Yeah, there's just a really interesting thing going on where, like, so the interesting thing with Dogecoin right now is that it's growing really quickly. It's fluctuating a lot, but it's growing really quickly. And you can put in, like, if I spent $100 on this when it was 1 cent a couple days ago, and right now it's 3 cents, but earlier it was like up to like 10 or 11 cents at some point. That's a significant gain if I were to sell there. If it hits $1 and you spend $100 on it now and get like a few, like I think it's like right now I could, if I spend 100 on it, I could get 700 Dogecoins. If it hits $1, like people are pushing for it to, or anywhere close to it, or even halfway, that's a significant return when you sell. That's the unique thing about it being like only a couple cents for a Dogecoin right now, with it being a meme stock and everyone like dumping into it right now.
Well, Doge isn't a stock; it's a cryptocurrency. But yeah, or
sorry, like meme stock broadly. That's what everyone's calling the thing being dumped into. Meme crypto. Well, it's always been a meme crypto.
Yeah,
but like now, it's
the
one
funny
of the
thing
it's one
is
of the meme
like it's a meme, but there's actually some like I don't know. The history of Doge is super interesting. It's actually like it's basically a fun experiment, and they've managed to keep it going for a long time. But the only thing is like, okay, so with stuff like Doge and even with Bitcoin, which is obviously people have made millions of dollars on Bitcoin, Doge is, holy shit, is it volatile. So yeah, be careful if you're doing it, and don't put in any more again that you're not willing to lose, because you could wake up tomorrow and Doge could be completely useless. The problem is that nobody actually buys or sells anything with Dogecoin, so the likelihood of it getting memed up as high as something like GME or even AMC is really unlikely. Part of the reason why GME is exploding is not just because like people are memeing it on, but it's because they're memeing it on good info. Those, if you go read those the original DDs, like the due diligences that were posted on by Deep Fucking Value, he does the math. The math is there and it checks out. So like, but the fact of the matter is it doesn't check out on Dogecoin. Dogecoin is 100%. They're trying to see who can meme it, but keep in mind that there's nobody's holding Dogecoin because of its value. People are like, unlike GameStop, if GameStop even was to tank, you still have a stock in a real company that actually exists that might, after coronavirus, end up being some value. But you don't with Dogecoin, unfortunately. Yeah. So
the thing about Dogecoin, I think the two things that make it the two main things that make it so volatile, and the reason why it's dangerous to invest into it and to buy or gamble, I should say, gamble into it and buy some of it, unless you're spending money you're willing to lose. Like, okay, if it goes badly, I'm willing to lose this, but if it goes well, I can make some good pocket change.
You could, yeah.
Is because it's so prone to cultural movements. Like if people are just decide, yeah, fuck it, let's buy some Dogecoin, then let's make Dogecoin go to $1, and this like pushes hard enough and it gets anywhere close, then you could make a good profit if you buy really low. And you spend a fair amount of money, but at the same time, there's an infinite amount of potential Dogecoin. It's not limited like Bitcoin, for example, which means it'll never have the value of Bitcoin.
Oh, for
sure. There's no case where it'll even come close to that. Dogecoin never in its existence will even get close to being worth $100 per coin.
Yeah, I mean, it's feasible, but okay, the way you have to understand Dogecoin right now is, you ever played those games at like the county fair where you drop a quarter in and then the quarters pile up and then it pushes, it like goes like this.
Yeah, like eventually it pushes some off, right?
Yeah, it pushes some off. Well, that's exactly how Dogecoin is. Everyone in there is just hoping that they can be the one who sells before it crashes. And everybody's got their coin at a different spot. But there's a real good chance that you're not going to be the coin that knocks the coins over. It's a coin pusher. It's a coin pusher. Like, but keep in mind that the coin pushers make those people a lot of money. That's the thing. So like but yeah, it is a meme, but it is definitely possible. It is conceivable that you could make money if you monitor the shit out of Dogecoin, you bought at a good point, and you sell it, at another good point. But yeah, some people are going like hog wild and buying like millions of Dogecoin on the chance that it bumps up, but it's like, that is not a good investment strategy, because tomorrow you could wake up and it could be literally valueless. So there's nothing to hold it up. But yeah, I mean, the same risk happens with Bitcoin, except there is one thing that like keeps a floor on Bitcoin, and that's the fact that people actually use Bitcoin to buy things, which is kind of like good. That's like, I mean, that was also memed into existence. Like the Bitcoiners had to be like, yeah, we'll accept Bitcoin and we're going to build like an economy of Bitcoin stuff. But the fact matters is that part of the meming, they put it there. There's physical things that are traded with Bitcoin. So yeah, it's risky, but anyway, things are wild, and I've been loving following this story. I know that a lot of my followers like didn't know that I gave a shit about anything to do with stocks or investing or knew anything about it, but I do actually. It's kind of interesting. So it's been very fun for me to watch.
I've been meaning to get into it for so long. So this whole thing, this whole fiasco, I'm so glad it happened, even if I end up like not making a profit, because for one, I've only gambled money that I'm willing to lose.
Yeah,
so that's pretty important, right? Like so at the end of the day, I'm just glad this got me to make an account on Robinhood, on Coinbase, on well, I already had a Cash App account, but also to get into just learn more about stocks in general. It's also been nice learning about hedge funds and all the bullshit that they pull and whatnot. It's pretty nice just to that so many people also are learning about it as well. Like
absolutely.
it's interesting because if I bought like, I don't know, let's say $100 worth of Dogecoin on the 27th, and when it was worth like less than a cent, and then sold that $100 worth of Dogecoin on, hold on, I'm trying to, let me go down to 1 week and I can get the peak, when it was worth 7 cents each. That's a pretty significant return. It doesn't sound like it, but like if you spend $100 on Dogecoin back when one coin was worth less than a cent, and then now they're worth 7 cents, that is a pretty significant investment. That's $600 profit.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And now and also like Doge is like a meme, but it gives you an idea of how other types of investments can work. But yeah, like the fact of the matter is, if you have money, it is very possible to make a lot more money by intelligently investing. Like it's not, I don't like the idea that like, oh, the stock market is just a casino. It really isn't. Like there's like actual systems that you can use, but at the end of the day, like if you're not the one with the big amount of money, it's at the end of the day, the person who has the most money is going to be the one who wins. That's how you win the stock market. But you can use money if you have capital. You can leverage it to turn it into more capital if you're intelligent and do your due diligence. But a lot of what's Wall Street Bets is called Wall Street Bets for a reason. They're betting. They're gambling.
That's why they YOLO their shit in.
Exactly.
Like they're not. These aren't like There's obviously people that know what the fuck they're doing. Deep fucking Value knows what the fuck he's doing. But like it is like it is a subreddit for people who are gambling a significant amounts of money, or maybe a little bit sometimes, on maybe making a return.
But the thing to notice about like Deep Fucking Value is that Deep Fucking Value was able to drop $750,000 onto this investment scheme and still be okay afterwards. That just tells you how much cash on hand this person has. Yeah.
He was already fairly wealthy and then got way richer.
Yeah, exactly.
The interesting thing is, I'm curious what your thoughts are on this. Do you think that next week AMC is going to end up, because like from my understanding, what has to happen when it comes to AMC and GME, but I'm more interested in AMC because that's what I'm invested into. I'm not doing shit with GME. Is the hedge funds are going to be forced to buy no matter what the stock price is at, and that's going to force the value up.
Yeah, so, has the squeeze squoze. There's like a website. Has the squeeze squoze yet? Let's see. Is the squeeze squoze is like keeping track of it? No, it's not been squoze yet. Yeah, so I don't know. It's incredibly hard to say. I will say, on AMC, okay, so I did some research on AMC, and I did buy a very small amount of AMC because for the memes, there is no financial advice given in this stream. Do not, unless you're, I literally treated it the exact same way I would if I ever went to the casino, which is if it disappears, I don't care. I had a good time with it. So what I had a good time with was doing the research through Schwab, going and using all my fucking tools and practicing a little bit, which was great because I haven't done that in a long time. It's really hard to say what's going to happen. Now, in a worst case scenario, I'm not going to sell my AMC. Like, I'm not going to sell it unless it blows up. If it doesn't, I'm just going to hold on to it because there's a very good chance that it will increase in value slowly as COVID goes away.
After the pandemic.
Yeah. So if you bought AMC really low, you're probably fine. Yeah, GME at this point is you missed the rocket for the time being, but unless you have a fuckload of money, and then you could probably help boost it more. I don't know. We're gonna have to see. Honestly, this is like squeezes happen, and this is a pretty major squeeze. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if they're able to do it on AMC. I mean, there's a lot of spite right now because like AMC, what's it called? AMC, Nokia, BlackBerry, and what's the other one? GameStop, and there was one other that they were doing.
I think they're also doing Naked.
Are they? I don't know. Oh, was there another one?
Naked as well.
Naked cost. I guess there's a couple of them. Yeah, there's been a couple of them that are being used, and people are like, "Did I buy any Dogecoin?" No, but I already had some Dogecoin. I have like an old ass Dogecoin wallet from like 1,000,000 years ago. But yeah, anyway, the fact of the matter is that like, I don't know. It's really hard to say. I think that I don't know. It's hard to predict. Right now, it's looking pretty fucking chaotic. But the fact of the matter is, if it squeezes and they succeed at executing the squeeze, which it does look like they are going to be able to do, it's really hard to say what's going to happen because just in, billionaires don't like losing billions of dollars, and they tend to do whatever the fuck they can to make sure that doesn't happen. I don't know. I hope Deep fucking Value is using some of his 50 million that he has, or 48 million or whatever he's at, to buy some private security because that's ooh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now,
I do think that AMC has a chance to go up. Like, there's a lot of good arguments for that it has a chance to go up pretty high, and I'm not going to discount the spite. The spite is definitely part of it. Like, there were a lot of really angry people, and again, like AOC had like 350,000 people watching last night as she brought on like Occupy Wall Street people who were hyping up what Wall Street Bets is doing. Wall Street Bets does seem to be keeping the spirit going, so as long as people don't lose interest, as long as they're angry enough to keep it going, there's probably room to make a lot of money off of AMC, but you got to be fucking careful because there's also a chance that it just fucking peters out and people get scared because at the end of the day, the billionaires can afford to lose $3 billion. They don't like it, but all of these Redditors, if they get crushed, that's their lives gone. And
a lot of these people invested everything they got. At least a fair amount of them did. Yep. Like right now, as it stands with AMC, I'm in a profit right now. I invested $99. I gambled $99.
There we go.
I'm at $15.10 profit at the moment where it stands. But we're in after hours. The stock exchange doesn't reopen until Monday. So I'm just hoping that this fucking squeeze happens and we see and people hold their AMC stock. People keep buying, and there's no reason to sell it now. I know, Lonnie. People keep holding, people keep buying. Well, they can't buy now, but they keep holding through the weekend.
Oh, they can buy if they're not on Robinhood. I can buy. I've been able to buy and do everything completely unfettered because Charles Schwab is like a legitimate organization that doesn't. Yeah, you can. The thing is, if you have like an actual investment account with a real investment firm, you can keep buying right now. You could be buying GME right now. But unfortunately, it's one of those times where it's all about those. Oh yeah, I think Webull does, but remember, Webull is kind of like,
from my understanding, you can buy, but it's just a queued order. Like it's going to go in once the stock exchange opens.
Oh
right?
Yeah, but then you have no guarantee on the price, and your order might not be filled because if the price jumps a whole bunch, then your order is not going to be enough to cover any of it, so it'll just be canceled. Yeah, it sucks.
That's the scary thing too. That's the thing that sucks a lot because like during after hours, you'll see like a really big drop happen. You'll be like, okay, here's a good chance to buy the dip. Okay. And then you set up your queued order and then it starts rising again. And then the stock exchange opens and it starts rising. And then your order actually goes through and you end up paying like, 10, 15, 20% more than you actually wanted to buy for.
Yeah, that's why you got to use those tools. Yeah, you can set price limits. It gets really complicated. It's funny because these tools are the exact same. It's really funny. The tools that you get when you like do investment are like almost identical to the tools that you use to set up the market in World of Warcraft. So like I've been playing the World of Warcraft market because I don't have any actual money, but I do have World of Warcraft money. And so I've made a lot of money on World of Warcraft using basically the same formulas that you would use on the stock market. It obviously is different because like it's much easier to understand. Like, yes, potions are going to sell really, really well on raid days, so make sure you list them high on raid days so people buy, you know, that sort of stuff is much easier to comprehend than what you're going on. But the formulas and the rules, the like buy orders and stuff like that is is the same basic idea. So yeah, I again, it's going to be wild. I think that for almost guaranteed, at least from what I can tell, and again, not a financial expert, but at least from what I can tell, GME is definitely gonna go up. I don't know about AMC. I don't think AMC's position is as squeezed. I don't think the shorts are as based on my research, I don't think the shorts like have been purchased out to the same degree. GME is extra fucked because they shorted like 140% volume, which is ridiculous. Yeah. And as Deep Fucking Value pointed out, there's already an enormous amount of GameStop stock that's held by people who actually work at GameStop, like people who are actually members of GameStop. They have a lot of internally held shares, which means those shares will never be traded. Those people are invested in the company, not just in the stocks. So they're like super fucked. They're super fucked. So GME is like gonna go to the moon, barring like literally a bunch of like Blackwater, or like Blackwater goons like kicking down the doors of Redditors and shooting them in the head. Like that might.
To be fair, that would be a good thing, but not right now. In a video game.
I mean, listen, you don't put it off the table, okay? Stranger things have happened in American history, okay? Listen, they have bombed people over like strikes. It's like, go to work and punch in or we'll blow you up. Like, that's happened in the past, and it was just like, yeah, that just happened. So yeah, I mean, you know, I don't know. I doubt this is going to be like any like 1918, 1920s, 1930s like labor fights. But I'm just saying, literally, if there's been a time in the past when the U.S. government stepped in to say, you motherfuckers are going to go back to your job and work at your job, or we're going to kill you at your job that you choose to work at, I think that it's not completely unfeasible that some pretty extreme shit could happen when it's like, yeah, we're just not going to let you have the money from that. I don't know. We'll see. We'll fucking see. That shit is, we're so in unknown territory on that front. But yeah.
Yeah, do you think that Robinhood's going to face any serious legal repercussions for making it so that people couldn't buy AMC and GME and a couple of other companies?
Maybe not. Well, they're being sued in a class action lawsuit, and people seem pretty confident in that. So it's possible that that's the case. I think their biggest impact is going to be that they're going to lose all of their customers. And yeah, I think that's pretty bad for them. Nobody trusts them anymore. And the thing is that they popularized no commission, like zero commission trading, and now everybody else has it. So you don't need Robinhood anymore if Robinhood's not going to actually let you make money when you have an opportunity to make money. It's really fucked what Robinhood is doing. I covered it earlier, and I don't want to like go over it a million times again, but Robinhood really did fuck up. They really fucked up bad, and everybody knows they did. This is very obvious. It's very obvious they're going to bat for their for Citadel, which owns like 40% of them. Even if they deny it, it doesn't matter. The actions that they've taken is exactly what you would do if you wanted to make your firm, if you wanted to like, you know, protect your big investor boy. And the thing is, though, like, first of all, I don't think their customers are going to trust them in the future, which isn't that big of a deal. But guess what? All of those other firms that are like operating, that are like, what are they doing? They're buying all of they're buying the transactions, the spreadsheets. I can't even remember the terminology for this process. It's so stupid. But the companies that are buying those transactions and processing them, like we have the Citadel and a couple of other groups that are big. Those they're not going to take kindly to this being shown. You know, the way this was supposed to be. This wasn't supposed to ever happen, and Robinhood kind of made it happen. So there's nothing to say they won't just spitefully destroy them after this. So yeah, I think Robinhood is like, yeah, Citadel's probably probably going to get away scot-free, but Robinhood will probably be, sacrificed on the altar.
Oh yeah. What I'm excited to see is what repercussions Robinhood faces for they've broken their own TOS, which is a legally binding contract in doing this, but they forced sold people's shares in GME and AMC.
I've seen claims of that. I don't know if it's been fully verified yet, because there's a whole, but that's a developing story for sure, because I've heard that people had their shares forcibly sold, but there's also settings in Robinhood that are like risk protection settings, and there's probably, I mean, I wouldn't put it past them to have switched these on like by default or whatever, so that if this sort of thing ever happened, they could legally do that. However, even like CNBC was pointing out that they have violated their responsibility as a broker to execute favorably in the name of their customers, which as much as they'd like to, as much as they would like, as much as they've made a lot of money off of groups like Citadel, at the end of the day, their legal customers are the investors, and they have executed not favorably. So that might be the biggest one. And if that's the case, some Redditors might be making a lot of money. In fact, probably anyone who owned any GME stock throughout this entire venture will probably be owed money by, I shouldn't say probably, might be owed money by Robinhood at the end of all this. It's kind of wild. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm interested to see if if anyone gets rich off of the class action lawsuits, because
it might be.
that would be the funniest way to make money off of Robinhood. Yeah, no, I'm interested to see where this goes. I've got my $99 that I'm not afraid to lose in AMC. I hope that like after the deal with GameStop is done, because I presume once the GameStop meme ends, then Wall Street Bets has realized this is a very interesting, fun way to spend time, as well as there being some money on the line to possibly win. I imagine Wall Street Bets is going to find any way possible to continue doing this, and I hope their next one to like go all in on, like they did with GameStop, is AMC. And if I'm holding as much as I've got, if I'm holding $100 in AMC, if they ever do what they did to GameStop to AMC, which is like the second meme stock, I'm very curious to see how much I make off of that.
Well, keep in mind, like, I need to do more research. I need to do further research on AMC. But as I understand it right now, AMC does not have the same financial situation as GameStop. This is kind of GameStop was kind of a unique opportunity in that the hedge funds really overplayed their hand. It'll probably be a stock that nobody's even noticed yet, because keep in mind that like, the second this dust clears, all of those hedge funds are going to be real careful about who they're shorting and how open they are about it for a while. They'll probably go back to it again another day, but this was a uniquely aggressive play by Melvin Capital, like arguably like fucking stupid. Yeah, exactly. GME had significantly more short interest than AMC. But that doesn't mean it won't blow up. But yeah.
Well, AMC is not going to go anywhere close to where GME even is now. I see AMC, if things go the best possible scenario, maybe hitting $50.
Maybe. I mean, it's hard to predict because nobody would have predicted GameStop would go this high. Like, I mean, not even Deep Fucking Value did. This is like a dream scenario for them, but who knows? Yeah, well, I'm sure they'll find other things, and this has definitely opened people's eyes to what can be possible with really good research if you pay close attention and you move collectively. I don't know. There might be other things in the future, but yeah, I don't know. We live in very, very strange times. Again, though. I always urge people to be careful because it is incredibly easy to unintentionally fuck yourself, or to fall for a meme stock that doesn't actually have what it does. Like, I mean, again, there's another one I saw people saying they should try and like pump up other stocks, but it's like that shit is really difficult because GameStop was in a unique position. Again, I highly recommend if you're wanting to understand the situation. I mean, you can watch my video on it if you want to. I'm very proud of that video. I did a fuckload of research for it. However, if you really want to get in on it, you got to go read the actual due diligences. There were 3 due diligences done by Deep Fucking Value, which explains his rationale for why this was such a good motion. And the truth is that it's a combination of factors. It's the fact that there was a ridiculous short sell position taken by a lot of these hedge funds, but also that GameStop is, currently has like its internal politics are favorable to retail investors, and the person who's in charge also has some friends in high places who are probably now on board as well. And that was part of Deep Fucking Value's goal, was to cause cause excitement and a buzz around the stock, so that these friends and theoretical friends in high places would get involved. And last night we had some confirmation of that. CNBC, CNN, and AOC all confirmed that there appears to be some really big like capital movements that are not like these hedge funds that have been focused on. But there's people buying large amounts of GameStop stock that is more than more than what would be expected to be coming from Reddit. So what that probably means is that Deep Fucking Value was right, and the current CEO of GameStop has some friends who also are invested in GameStop's success, who've now been willing to leverage a lot of money in further pumping the stock up. So yeah. You see what I mean? It's very complicated, but the research was done and the call was made and the math checked out, and it worked in that case. A lot of this is a lot of stocks is math, just a lot of fucking math and figuring out whether this is actually a good call or not. But yeah, it can definitely be learned. It's just like I don't have the fucking skill or knowledge or industry know-how to pull off something like Deep Fucking Value, but I can appreciate seeing it when I do, Yeah.
I have actually one more question.
Yeah.
So I believe Wall Street Bets has gained around 4 million members in the last week, maybe more. I think we're almost at 7 million on there, and I think the last I checked it was at 3 or 4 million. So we're about at 7 million. Do you think after all this happens, Wall Street Bets will have enough people in the subreddit, assuming it doesn't get fucking banned, enough people in the subreddit chilling and ready to do this kind of shit again, that if there's another company that hasn't as many shorts behind it as GameStop did, that they could try to organize something like this again?
Oh, I think it's certainly possible, but the thing that will probably make this unlikely is that I doubt there's likely to be, at least in the near future, any hedge fund that is willing to risk like that. So yeah. Do you understand how shorts work, right? Like the basics, or no? I mean, don't be afraid to say no, because I can explain it pretty straightforward.
My understanding is that you have hedge funds which basically borrow shares with the interest of selling them to make a profit, but also paying the shares back when they're worth less to the person that they bought it from. And so they end up making a profit, and sometimes the person who was borrowed from it ends up getting fucked over. That's my understanding of how shorts work.
Basically, a short is like you are you're borrowing a share. You're basically selling a share to somebody that you don't actually have quite yet. You're not and the thing is, you're not even actually really borrowing it. Like, you're basically saying, hey, I got these apples for sale right now. Would you like an apple on next Thursday? And they're like, yeah, sure, I'll like an apple. Okay, that'll be $5. And then you hope that by, between now and next Thursday, you'll be able to pick up apples for $1 each, making $4 on each apple. But if something happens, like the apple farm burns down and the only apples in town are now $6, well, you just lost a lot of money because you offered them for $5 and you have to buy them for $6. So yeah, and so it is, short selling is like one of the riskiest things you can do in stock trading. It is like the highest risk action, and most of the time people don't risk that much. They're like, it's actually really unbelievable to me that like a hedge fund was willing to risk as much as it did on GameStop. And I think that was just because they got arrogant and they believed they would be able to essentially choke GameStop out and make a fuckload, an unbelievable load of money by just choking GameStop out by creating by using this incredibly confident position to trick all kinds of other investors into also shorting or into selling out on GameStop so that GameStop's stock plummeted.
Because you're betting it'll plummet. That's what you're counting on.
You're betting it'll go down. That's what a short position is. The short position is saying like, yeah, like you want GameStop? Here, I got you some GameStop. And then in truth, you don't actually have the GameStop. You're waiting for it to go cheaper so you can pocket the extra. But yeah, it's really messed up. And again, like all of the people buying into GameStop right now are sometimes buying those stocks that are owed to them by the short seller now. So, and if you don't deliver on that, then you're in big trouble. Then you can go to jail. And that's not fun at all. But when it's done by giant firms, it gets really complicated. So yeah, it is really tough. And short selling is incredibly risky because it's one of the only ways that like you can truly like. It's one of the easiest ways to truly fuck yourself.
There's an infinite risk.
There is a potential for infinite risk, yeah.
There's a cap of how much you can possibly benefit, but there is no cap to how much you can lose, theoretically.
Yeah. Yeah, correct. Because the thing could keep going up. Now, of course, there is, like, with normal stock buying, there is a limit to what you can lose, which is that you're always going to have a share in that company. And if that company liquidates, even if you lose money on the stock, and when that company liquidates, they're going to pay out to you. You hold a stock, so you're going to get some money. It might be less than what you paid for it originally, which sucks, but you'll get something. And also, of course, you have the promise of if the company keeps succeeding, that you actually own a part of that company and will be paid dividends or whatever. But yeah, shorting, you have no such guarantees. It's just hoping that you can fucking pull a fast one and make a fuckload of money. Oh, you're very welcome, Rosie. No problem.
I'm actually curious. Tell me if I'm wrong. My understanding of a short squeeze is when all these hedge funds have promised to pay back this loan that they've taken essentially by a certain date, and there's only so long they can push it back to. Eventually, they're all going to have to go through with it, and it's going to cause the stock value to skyrocket all at once very quickly.
Yeah, I mean that's So, okay, yeah. So basically what a short squeeze is when there is an actor or actors in the market who have purchased a whole lot of short positions on another, like on a company. You can then, in the ideal situation, you can squeeze them by purchasing the actual stocks, which raises the price of the stocks, which puts them in a position where, like, because they have made promises to the people that they shorted to, that they made a contractual agreement to sell them that stock, even though they don't have it yet, they have to buy those eventually. They legally have to. You made a contract with somebody and somebody paid you for your stock that you don't have yet, that you're going to get for them. You owe them that stock. So then what ends up happening is with the squeeze is that if you hold on if you can get enough people to hold on a squeeze, the time runs out and they got to give you that. They got to give those people that they short sold to, they got to give them their stock. That person is, hey, where's my fucking stock? And if they don't have that and the time runs out, well, then they have to buy it at whatever price it is. And if you or another firm or a bunch of firms or a bunch of Redditors have driven up the price since then, that can bankrupt the firm because now the price has been up, and then they have to buy the increased price, which further increases the value of the company. So each stock that they're purchasing is increasing in value, literally. Every single stock that they buy is going to at least somewhat nudge up the value of the next stock they have to buy. And if they have 140% of the stock bought each single one. It just imagine just like a fucking like a like a logarithmic scale. It just goes whoop. It's just the worst. It's like getting hit with like, oh god, it's a horrible, it's a nightmare. It gives me anxiety to even think about it. Like it's so, because again, in order to get the people who they owe off their ass and get that legal responsibility off their ass, they got to buy another stock. They buy one stock, the next stock is more expensive. They got to buy that one. They got to buy that one, buy that one, buy that one, buy that one. And by the time they obviously will run out of money long before they're able to fill all the orders. And then that's when a crash happens, and it's really hard to say who's going to come out on top with that, because if it's the case of like the way it should happen, quote unquote, if the rules were actually followed, they should have to liquidate completely and find a way to give all those people the money they deserve, even if that means they have to be, they have to beg for a bailout, or maybe potentially even be like saddled with like complete debt, but that might not happen. You know what I mean? They might get bailed out by a government entity. I mean, they've already been bailed out by Melvin was already bailed out once, but they're going to need more than that. They're going to need more money than that if they want to stay alive. But whether they'll be able to get that money is questionable, and then whether they're going to actually be able to fill any of those orders is even further questionable. So there's a lot of up in the air as to who's going to actually get the money. And of course, keep in mind that there's like all these obligations, because again, Robinhood promised their customers that they should, that they can buy and sell. So did all of these other firms, by the way. So did like Schwab or any other investment firm. They're operating in good faith with their customers, saying, yeah, you can buy, you can sell just like anybody else. And if those sales go through, and the company that was supposed to be honoring those sales, but they were shorting, just goes bankrupt and they're gone, well, then who's going to pay the bill, right? Where's the bill fall to? And that's the question, is who the fuck is going to pay the bill? Is it, Robinhood's not going to reach into their pocket and pay the bill. Who's going to fucking pay the bill? Yeah, it's really wild. Really, really wild. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. So it's who's going to pay the bill? And there is the possibility that nobody pays the bill, and that all of this just evaporates, and all of those Redditors' money just goes poof, and the whole stock market goes poof, and the Great Depression Part 2 comes and goes poof. That's a possibility. People don't like to think about that, but there's the possibility that nobody gets anything.
God, imagine Reddit, not coronavirus, but Reddit causes the next fucking Great Depression.
Listen, like, this is, I don't want to oversell this shit, because at the end of the day, it is just Reddit. It is only one firm, but it isn't just one firm. I don't know. It's so hard to tell how big this is actually going to be, which is why I'm watching it like a hawk and why I'm spending a lot of time talking about it, because, let's just say this sort of stuff has happened in the past before, and when it gets big enough, there isn't anybody to pay the bills. When the math gets out of control and bubbles pop, people just lose everything. A lot of people lose everything. Like, people go from being Scrooge McDuck one night to living in a box 2 days later. And that's the downside of these sorts of situations, is that bubbles are incredibly dangerous. I mean, do you know how many corporations and individuals lost their jobs and lost tons of money during like .com bubbles and previous bursts?
Yeah.
I know. I think Monday I know what I'm going to be talking about, and I'm going to talk about some of the previous stock market crashes and trying to get people to understand exactly what can happen when shit does go wrong and there's nobody left to pay the bill. Because I mean, again, like, who's going to pay for all the money that's been promised that doesn't actually exist? Speculation is dangerous.
So I want to go over it one more time, because I want to make sure, because I might do a segment on this. So I just want to make sure I got it all right, and you know more about this than I do.
Sure.
So the whole situation, essentially what's going on is these hedge funds have promised buyers of some kind that they, at some point when GameStop was worth less, when GameStop stocks were worth less,
considerably less, yeah.
Yeah, like back when they were worth like $8. So, hey, we will give you if you give us the money now, we will buy you these stocks and pay you back later.
Mm-hmm.
And now what's happening is GameStop stock is worth a lot, and they're counting on the stock dropping so that they can buy those stocks and they're much cheaper, pay that person back, make the profit from those people paying them to buy the stocks when they were worth, let's say, $8, but now they expect it to drop down to 5 or 4 or less, right?
Correct, yes.
They would make a profit because they get to pocket the money that they got originally for that price.
Mm-hmm.
But instead what's happening now is Reddit is causing the value to go up to, what is it now, like 300?
Let's check.
In the 350
Let's check. GME. Yeah, what's up? Let me check right now. 325.
325.
Yeah, it was at peak. It was 381, but there's been a whole bunch of bullshit going on. So right now it's at 325, and we'll find out what it'll be next.
So that's still extremely significant of an increase from like the $8 it was when I imagine many. It's been a pretty consistent, like around $8 for the last like year. So most of these hedge funds probably bought or were paid like $8 for these, and so now they're going to have to buy them when they're in the 300s. And then as they keep buying, it's going to be in the 400s, and they're going to be forced to buy eventually because they have no choice. That's what the squeeze is. The deadline's coming. They have to pay these people back. So they're going to lose out on a ton of money because as they're buying, the value of these stocks is going to go up. People are going to see that they're going up and continue to buy more because they realize what's happening, and they're paper-handed. They probably sold earlier, but now they're going to keep going in, which is going to cause the stock to go up even more. The hedge funds have to keep buying. It's going to skyrocket. And then eventually those hedge funds are going to be in some serious trouble because the amount...
They already are. The reason why they already are in trouble is because everything is, all of this is done, like math is done. Everybody knows that they're fucked. And that means that everybody's going, oh my God, I need to get my money out of Melvin as fast as possible. Oh, it's so bad. You see, this is why market volatility happens, because like something like this causes a ripple effect, which is that all of the people who are individually actually involved in a company like Melvin are now panicking, and all of their investors are panicking, and it's a chain, it's like a chain lightning. But you've got the basics there. And it's, again, like an easy way to understand is like, imagine if you promised your friend, hey, give me $1 and I'll run down to the store and get you a Coke. And you were expecting the Cokes to be 50 cents, maybe at the worst $2, and you're out $1 in the worst case scenario. And you get there and the Coke is $300.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about. That's the type of thing, is like, oh fuck, like obviously in this situation your friend isn't going to kill you over a Coke, but Wall Street bankers might.
Yeah.
So
this is insane. I really hope that people continue to hold for now.
Oh, I think they will. Yeah, I think people are in on it. Like, it's just I don't know. There's so much that can happen over this weekend. There's so much shit that can happen over this weekend. And keep in mind, there is an absolutely a concerted effort by hedge funds and by large capital firms to try and cause a sellout panic. And that would be very bad. If they're able to successfully cause a panic in one way or another, a lot of people will sell out and the price will plummet. A lot of people will still make money, but it won't be as bad. We'll see what they're able to succeed at doing. Yeah. But yeah.
I'm curious how many people right now are just ready to buy shorts for when GameStop stock plummets. Because it has to. It's going to drop whenever the bubble pops eventually.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the thing. That's what that's what people were saying. Like, I mean, that's kind of what Robinhood is doing. Like, Robinhood is coming down in favor of the short position, hoping that it will ultimately crash. And that at the end of the day, as long as the other side holds longer, then it'll be okay and they'll be able to buy their things. But the problem with shorts is that they do have a time limit. So it's really interesting. We're going to see how it goes. We're going to see if the squeeze squoزes, and we'll see exactly how it works out. I mean, this weekend is absolutely going to be wild. GameStop short sellers are still not surrendering. I don't know how they're going to get out of this. But yeah.
Yeah. So like the thing is, I feel like I want to... This would be so risky, but when it starts to fucking moon and it starts to skyrocket, like, it has to drop. Obviously, Melvin's going to go bankrupt and have to be bailed out if everything goes through as Reddit plans to first. But once it starts dropping, that would be when you would want to actually buy, like right before, ideally, is when you would actually want to buy shorts and have it drop to an insane amount, because it has to at this
Yeah,
point.
damn.
Like
How much fucking money you making off those Minecraft videos, Zan? Jesus Christ, you're gonna short sell at $300 a share? Holy shit! You got to be able to front a lot of money to do that.
Yeah, I don't know.
You got to be able to
right
front
now,
a lot of money to do that.
rent's coming up. My rent's $1,600 a month. I'm gonna have like $200 in my
You'll
PayPal.
get 2
after-
shares. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is like,
Share right now.
what's that?
I can't afford a single GME share right now.
It's not like, I would say, like, at this point, the diamond hander's got a diamond hand, and the rest of us are just able to watch. You can't do shit unless you have some real fucking connections. There ain't shit you can do for GameStop unless you're really goddamn rich. For other things, maybe, but for GameStop, everybody's just watching right now. It's all just a show. Yeah.
I'm so mad that when this stuff first started, I didn't buy a little bit of GameStop back when it was at, like, what was it at its lowest back when this first started?
15,
19
I think
bucks.
19 or 15. Yeah.
Yeah, if I'd spent $100 when GameStop shares were like 18 bucks earlier this month when this meme started. Oh my fucking god, dude.
Oh yeah, you'd be rich.
Shit.
But I mean, that's the thing though. Like, again, get in the dollar sign eyes, the like cartoon dollar sign eyes is the exact same thing that put Melvin Capital under, and like that leads to like the situation of like the like meme of like fucking bankers like sleeping on the road, on like the side of the road with their like tie as their blanket. Like, yeah, this shit happens. Like, you know, like it's, you got to be careful. You can't let your mind be made irrational. And sometimes you can make a lot of money, but most of the people who are going to be making a lot of money are, first of all, number one, it's going to be massive capital firms, faceless, monstrous entities that are able to execute trades in milliseconds that you can't even look at. They're able to buy and sell in micro things because they have a literal Bloomberg terminal or an army of Bloomberg terminals they can operate that are directly plugged into the market. That's another thing that doesn't get talked about very much. Oh, hey, Vermin, welcome back. Yeah, like that's another thing that doesn't get talked about very much, is that there are literal physical advantages that like giant firms have. Like if you're like a fucking hedge fund manager, you'll pay like $300,000 to have a Bloomberg terminal in your home with like fucking literally like optical internet. You know what I mean? Like what's it called? What the fuck is it called? You know,
optic, or what's it called? Like fiber optic.
Yeah, fiber optic, exactly. And like you'll be able to trade at a faster rate. And then of course there's the people who can, you know, the floor of all the people going like yelling and all that shit. That's where the people actually are physically there in person, no delay, buying and selling stocks at the market itself, on all those terminals and computers. Like those are the people who have the biggest advantage. They can move if something starts to dip even slightly favorably. They can sell instantly, and they can buy it like minutes later, the lower it is, and make money. Like you know, we're talking like stupid shit. And none of the Redditors, nobody has that level of advantage. So those are the people who make money. And then the other people who make money are people like Deep Fucking Value, who are people who have enough money and are willing to put in the time and effort to do their research and find interesting things to invest in. But yeah.
Yeah,
but they do still have yelly floors. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. They are all just yelling at computers.
You can watch like the video, like they ring the bell in the morning when the New York Stock Exchange opens, and everyone's like clapping, and then like it gets really fucking loud because everyone's like you know, they're 100% energy the entire time. Like,
oh, it's insane.
Constantly looking at graphs and shit.
Yeah, it's like a coke fueled nightmare hell.
Oh yeah, they're all like they got the coke still in their beards and mustaches. You know, they're wiping their yeah
100%.
You have to do coke when you're doing stocks.
That's the only way to. Yeah, it's the only way to do it. Yeah.
It's a competitive advantage.
It is. Yeah. I mean, there's I mean, again, like, there's so much to talk about on this subject. It's so fascinating because, like, that picture really does resonate, right? Of like the literal people drinking champagne and looking down on the like Occupy Wall Street protesters, because that is like the level of money and privilege. Like, again, like if you ever get a look, if most people can't even conceive of what type of life a lot of these people live. Like, it's not even, you can't even imagine it because it's so different from what everybody else lives. Like, I mean, even smaller versions of this where there's just like industries with fuckloads of money, it's like the life that people live is totally different. These people will go from their workday will be going from like you know, a meeting that's catered by like 5-star restaurants to then getting drinks over another meeting later. And that's like their work day. Their work day is like getting $10,000 bottles of wine given to them by a company. And then they go downstairs, work for 5 minutes, make $5 million for the company they work for. And it's all, just call it good for the day. You know, it's completely different life than anybody can imagine sometimes. And, you know, that's especially true when you start talking about hedge fund managers like fucking Epstein, who's so like a guy who, that's what he did. He managed hedge funds and had his own little fucking Bloomberg terminal on his fucking private island. It's absurd. You can't even imagine. I can't even imagine owning a house. Can you imagine owning a literal island that you could fucking tell people, like, literally just like pick up a radio and be like, yeah, we need a new structure built on this side of the island. I need you to get the contractors together and build me a new building for all my pedo guests that we're going to have. We need a new child fucking building, please. Like,
yeah, I actually watched a really interesting video. He had multiple places where he fucked children. He had the island, he had a house in New Mexico, he had an apartment in New York, he had an apartment in Paris, he had a place in Florida, obviously. Like, he had like many properties where there were fucking kids getting diddled.
By the way, thank you, Lawboy named Troy. Really appreciate that. Incredibly generous donation. Really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yeah.
I sent you. You should share the stream.
What's
it's a
that?
good meme. I sent you a meme on Discord.
Oh, did you? Oh, let's do it. Let's hear. Let's give. Oops. We lost 70 billion, hedge funds. Wall Street bets. You lost 70 billion so far. This is so true, though. So fucking true. So far. Oh boy. I mean, and this was especially true. This meme was the funniest when it was like at $60 and the hedge funds were like starting to sweat, where they're like, oh shit, this is gonna like take most of our money. And now it's at fucking 325 was what it was, $325. Nobody ever imagined that was even possible. Again, they're bankrupt like 4 times over. They're so fucking fucked. It's unbelievable. But of course, you know, it's one firm, and corporations exist for this reason, because corporations allow you to shield the individual members in most cases from harm. And that's the thing, right? Because like so imagine this. Imagine that all of this goes to shit, and Melvin goes under, and maybe even somebody else goes under, a bunch of other companies go under, and a whole bunch of Redditors never get their cash. Or they get exactly what they get, like a little less than what they put in, even though they should have made $50 million, right? Imagine that happens. It's a possibility. Well, who's supposed to make sure that those people who made those decisions actually, you know, pay up, right? Who does that? Is it the government? Well, what if the government decides not to do anything? What if the government doesn't decide to prosecute those people who made those really irresponsible decisions? And then now you have the housing market crash. And now you have exactly what happened in 2008, which is a bunch of irresponsible actions were taking, and nobody paid the price except for the little people who were left with fucking horrible mortgages that they couldn't afford, and they lose their house and they'll get evicted, but nobody goes to prison, and nobody has to pay out of their personal wealth. You know, they pay maybe $100,000 fine or something, but they get to go fly to their private island and live in their golden castle anyway, because they were doing it as a part of a business, and the corporation no longer exists. And even if you made neglectful decisions, if the government doesn't decide to prosecute you, well, then you just walk away free.
Yeah, that's the real big that's the imbalance in risk here. Like these Wall Street these retail investors, or I should say retail gamblers. These retail gamblers have everything to lose, while most of the people behind these companies, like it's not like the people, the executives at Melvin are in all that much trouble. Now, it is in their best interest that it does not go under and that they don't go, get bankrupt 4 times over.
Yeah.
But they're at the end of the day going to be able to go back to their mansions. They're just going to.
I mean, most of them. I think that there's probably going to be a few people. There's probably going to be a few like minor people whose heads will roll. Probably like a couple of people at Melvin will probably get in big trouble. Maybe end up, face up in a ditch or something. Probably be a handful of them. But the big cats, nah, they're not even going to feel it. It's just a bunch of fucking numbers to them, and they're mad that the numbers are down, but at the end of the day, they have a fucking atomic bunker for when the nuclear war starts. They have a sky palace for when the seas rise. They'll be able to float above you and watch you drown. Yeah, that's the sad part, and people should remember that. As fun and as wild and as crazy as all of this is, that like the really big companies, they're going to be around unless there's some serious systemic change here. Those companies are going to be around in 10 years to do it again, because guess what? The people doing it now are the same ones who did it 10 years ago, 13 years ago now. Same shit.
You're not allowed to rob the rich. Poor people aren't allowed to do it. Rich people aren't allowed to do it. No one's allowed to rob the rich.
Robinhood literally said, I mean, they didn't say it in these words, but the meaning of what they said is that, you don't get to win. The Wall Street bets people, you don't get to have your money. Even though you earned it fair and square in this system, you played the game by the rules of the system, you don't get to have it because you're not supposed to have it. That's what it comes down to. Yeah, the money. Yep. Yeah, it's fucked up.
This reminds me of I found another Wall Street Bets meme. It's worth showing on stream. This is me when my mom DM'd me on Discord asking what the hell was going on with the stock market.
All right, let's take a look here. My mom, after watching the news, have you heard about the Reddit movement? Me holding my one share. I am the movement. This is true. There are some people unironically doing that, like totally underestimating like how small they actually are in the big picture. But to be fair to them, I did not expect this to become as big of a giant detonation as it is, and who knows where it's going to go from here. I'm hoping, personally, the side of me, the Joker-fied side of me, says I really hope that this spite continues and there's more and more fucking weaselly ways that they haven't predicted yet that are much different than this, but we'll see. Oh, yeah. We're going to do the songs. That's right. People wanted me to play the Wall Street Bets songs. There's apparently been a whole bunch that have been made. Wait, 8D5D2D Derek, you said these were stream friendly, right? Like I can watch these? Oh, you even tagged them. Oh, sick. All right. Awesome. Okay, yeah. Well, let's do that. Well, hey, Zan, thanks for coming on. I'm probably going to listen to some of these little silly sea shanties and then wrap up after that, because I've been going for 8 hours and 15 minutes and I'm getting a little hungry. All
right.
But
I sent you one video that's worth showing on stream. It's a good meme. This is a good channel for stock memes.
Hey, I know that face. That's the face of a Bogdanov. That'll be good. All right, we'll watch this on here. Hopefully you'll be able to catch our sea shanties. But Zan, thanks for coming on. It was great talking with you about Boogie and then stocks. It's been really great.
The two most important topics in the world right now.
The only topics in the world. Really, if you're not talking about Boogie and stocks, then what the fuck are you talking about?
True. Alrighty, I'll talk to you later. It's been fun talking to you.
See you later, Zan.
Alrighty, see you.
Bye. Hey, that was really fucking fun. That was awesome. These have some slurs. Okay, warning. Some of these things have slurs in them. It's going to be A slurs and R slurs. Just be aware, this is like stupid music that's being made by the Wall Streeters. They're not clean people. Just be aware. We're going to try and enjoy them without being too bogged down by their frivolous use of terms. Yeah, to be fair, yes. To be fair, they are using these things mostly in positive terms. Like they're kind of reclaiming them a little bit, Yeah. I mean, they aren't clean people in any way. I'm sure none of these people have showered for days. Me, on the other hand, see, this is the great thing about not being a gambler on Wall Street. Me, I wake up in the morning, I go take a shower, I come sit down, I talk to my imps. Sure, do I have a Matryoshka yacht with 13 other yachts inside of it? No, I don't. Do I have a literal gold toilet that will massage my butt and give me a hand job? No, I don't. But I do have you all. And that's what it's all about at the end of the day. It really, really is. Let's listen. Let's listen in. Hand job toilet. Yeah, it's called, I'm going to call it listen. It's not only is it a hand job toilet, but it's the Blumpkin 5000. There you go. Enjoy yourselves. Haha.
Take the shortest stop.
The poo and the woohoo. No! No! I was just kidding. No, God, no. Lonnie, no. Oh, God, no. You deserve that, weird champ. Fuck. It's so soft. Can anybody even hear it? It's so soft. I have this cranked up.
GameStop rising in the dead of night. Get reported to the SEC. All your life, you were only waiting for this moment for 10 years.
Damn.
GameStop fly.
They're trying.
GameStop
They can't sing. It's true.
collusion can't stop this fight.
True, Alora. What a wild day today has been. By the way, let's take this moment. Thank you to all the imps who have contributed today. You've made today really, really fun and possible, because without you, without your generous donations, I would not be able to keep doing this. You are the people who make this show possible. So thank you very much. Seriously. With your cute emojis and your donos and your support and your likes and comments and all that stuff that you all do for me, that's what makes it possible for me to keep making stuff for you. It is genuinely. DemonMama is made possible by viewers like you. And I promise, I'll do my best to keep bringing good-ass shit to you. Oh, look at that pop cat. I love the pop cat with the hearts is the best.
Take the shortest stop and send it high.
It does, doesn't it?
All your life.
Oh, yeah, Kabibble. Sure. Send me the link again. Sorry. Oh, wait, did you... Yeah, I think it's in the DMs. I'll check my DMs. I have like 100 DMs right now. That was kind of wholesome. Okay, look, that was kind of wholesome. That was wholesome. That was wholesome. Here, I'll give you the linky. The linky? How do I do this? The linky. Here's the linky. It was wholesome. It wasn't great. Oh, here's the Tendy Man. Wait, we already listened to the Tendy Man. You want to? Let's just listen to the Tendy Man again. Who cares?
There once was a stock that put to sea. The
This
name
one's a
of the
little
stock
spicy.
was GME. The price blew up and the shorts dipped down. Hold my bully boys, hold. Soon may the Tendy Man come to send a rocket into the sun. One day when the trading is done, we'll take our gains and go. She had not been 2 weeks from shore when Ryan Cohen joined the board. The captain called called all hands and swore he'll take his shares and hold. Soon may the tendy man come to send a rocket into the sun. One day when the trading is done, we'll take our gains and go. Before the news had hit the market, Wall Street bets came up and bought it. With diamond hands, they knew they'd profit if they could only hold. Soon may the tendy man come to send a rocket into the sun. One day when the trading is done, we'll take our gains and go.
There we go.
No deals were cut, no shorts were squeezed. The captain's mind was not on greed, but he belonged to the artist's creed. He took the risk to hold. Soon may the tendy man come to send a rocket into the sun. One day when the trading is done, we'll take our gains and go. For 40 days or even more, the stock went up, then down once more.
It was hard. I have a fucking string on me. I gotta stay in the camera. It fucked me up.
Soon may the tendy man come to send a rocket into the sun. One day when the trading is done, we'll take our gains and go. As far as I've heard, the fight's still on. The short's not squeezed and the game's not won. The tendy man makes his regular call to encourage the captain, crew, and all. Soon may the tendy man come to send a rocket into the sun. One day when the trading is done, we'll take our gains and go. Soon may the tendy man come to send a rocket into the sun. One day when the trading is done, we'll take our gains and go.
Damn, that one was better. I think that one might have been better than the other one. The other version that we saw, that was good. Okay, so this one's got an R slur in it. Be careful, everybody.
Do you hear the artist singing the songs of tarded men? It is the music of a people who will diamond hand again. When the beating of your meat matches the bulling of your stocks, there are sweet gains about to come when the squeeze is close. Join in our crusade, we're holding till the hedge funds bleed.
What the?
Beyond the current strike, is there a price you'd long to see? Then join in the fight that will give us the tendies we need. Will you hold all you can hold so that our ticker may advance? All of the shorts will fall and longs will live. Stand up and take your chance when the flicking of your bean matches the bulling of our stocks. Blood of the squeeze will water the meadows of Wall Street bets. Will you YOLO all your savings to Fidelity or Schwab account? Buy only GME. We love the stock. You scream and shout. Your wife will be thrilled when she gets a...
Look, even the meme agrees with me. Fidelity or Schwab. I bet it used to say Robinhood too.
New boyfriend to mount. Will you hold all you can hold so that our rocket may advance? All of the shorts will fall and longs will live. Stand up and take your chance when the beating of our dicks matches the bulling of our stocks. There are sweet gains about to come when the squeeze is close.
The squeeze is close.
The squeeze is close.
Damn. Hey, good night, Samoski. See you on Sunday. Thanks for coming by today. All right, that was fun. That was fun. Is there another one? Oh, there's another sea shanty.
What will we do with a citron shorter? What will we do with a citron shorter? What will we do with a citron shorter? Early in the morning. GME is rising, GME is rising, GME is rising early in the morning. Bye till it hits 420, bye till it hits 420, bye till it hits 420 early in the morning. GME is rising, GME is rising, GME is rising early in the morning.
Hold those stocks till they hit 1,000. Hold those stocks till they hit 1,000. Hold those stocks till they hit 1,000 early in the morning.
GME is rising, GME is rising, GME is rising early in the morning. Spam them with rockets till they give up, spam them with rockets till they give up, spam them with rockets till they give up early in the morning. GME is rising, GME is rising, GME is rising early in the morning.
I don't know why they're so soft.
Make the bears regret their choices. Make the bears regret their choices. Make the bears regret their choices early in the morning.
GME is rising, GME is rising, GME is rising early in the morning. That's what we do with a citron shorter. That's what we do with a
I'm doing cat bop right now.
That's what we do with a citron shorter early in the morning. GME is rising, GME is rising, GME is rising early in the morning. GME is rising, GME is rising, GME is rising early in the morning.
Damn. All right, that one was good. Now we got another one. We got another one that's been sent. Here we go. All right, here we go. Hold on, I got to do that. Let's see here. Hold on, give me a second here. Got to find the thing. Oh, it's a cover. Oh, okay, so this one isn't the same. Mauled. Ah! I accepted your invite, Vermin. Thank you. Thank you. Look, this one isn't about stocks apparently, but this one is apparently good. So let's give it a listen. This was sent to us by Kabibble. Let's take a look. Let's see if it's a bop. That's okay.
Knock, knock, I don't take shots, I don't make threats, I don't take stock, I don't keep debts, I don't keep score, I don't block texts, I don't lock doors. If you let me go, let me leave, let me drown, let me breathe, take me to my knees. If you let me down, let me grieve, take my heart on my chest, throw it on my sleeve, make me bleed, let me dream. Make me seem naive, let me make believe, make me scream, make me moan, make me think about you when I'm all alone. Still too afraid just to call you.
No,
phone.
this is official.
All I really
It's
want
small
is my
channel.
collarbone on your lips and my hips that you call your own. Own me, property. Please let me thank you properly. Proposition me and popping me like there ain't no position that's stopping me. Stalking me like
I'll link
celery.
after, hold on.
Buy me a rock like I'm selling me. Stuck on that rock like a felony. Let me spell it out like a spelling bee. There's hella D, so you're not unique. I don't even
she
give a
got a
fuck if you're not
gun!
freak. Every week there's another one, so I don't want easy go.
Or they
easy
got a
come.
gun.
I just need the 1-2 player game. Zero sum hero.
Shouldn't
comes.
assume.
City Youngs having my cake while you're eating crumbs.
I never meant to hurt you, but I had to when you tried to hurt me. I never meant to hurt you, but I had to when you tried to hurt me. I never meant to hurt you, but I had
Wow.
to when you tried to hurt me. I
Me too, Marinara.
hurt you, but I had to.
They are.
Don't make me, don't make me hurt you. Don't make me, don't make me, don't make me hurt you.
Tis, they don't take risks, they take hits, cause they basic, can't face it, so they drown it, can't take it, so they down it, they pound it, surrounded by their own pain and hounded by their own doubts, face it, that's why you get wasted, out the gang, going out with the bang, what goes around comes around like a boomerang, the squad gets stood up, so you do the same, no room for God in a human brain.
Thank you,
All I'm
Kabibble.
saying,
That's
all
the
I'm
link
saying,
right there. Kabibble just
we
linked it.
all are paying
I'll
for
link again
any debts we
after.
let accumulate, unforgiven and forget about screwing fate, even though you hate when it makes us hurt, if you run from the pain it'll come back worse, and first it would work if you learn to be worth all the trouble that you caused, but you're not, so you're dirt, ashes to ashes, dust to dust, they're saying castles collapse, as indeed they must, most of us never learn to live, or to dream, or to think, or forget, or forgive, or to earn what we want, or to want what we need, or to need something real, or to feel
Warning, everybody. I think there might be a mimicked boom, so be careful, everybody. Warning.
Don't make me hurt you. Don't make me.
It's okay, it's a fake gun, you can tell. You can tell by the spring. Don't worry, it was a fake gun. Wow, that was fucking good. That's going on my music one. Ooh, boy. There we go. Holy, what? 132 subscribers? What the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with YouTube? How? Go. You go. Subscribe now. Holy shit. What's this one? Oh, is this another one? Wow, that was really good. I'm gonna put a bunch of flames on this. All right, I told him I'm sending love their way, so go comment, like, everything. Go do it. This is how you help people grow. People who deserve to grow, you go. All right, let me check this one. Go. Has 69 likes. Well, I'm watching right now. Send them to the moon. Look at that, 85. Yes, my imps. Swarm for good. Yes, Peepo runs. I mean, Impy runs. There we go. All right, now let's see. I got another one here. I've been sent. Oh, we got another one. This one is another one of the memes.
1,000 shorts left to be slaughtered. Many more 1,000 shorts left to be slaughtered. They gotta color the shorts, they gotta color the shorts, they gotta color the shorts. As a kid with little money and I wished for a war, I knew that I was poor, I knew it was the only way to rise up. If they tell our story, we are either gonna lose all our money now in glory or rise up. I will fight, that's the plan, but I'm only one man. We need more time in hands, we can rise up. Cause if we burn, okay. You burn with us. Rise up. Here it comes. Here comes the short squeeze. Ladies and gentlemen, here comes the short squeeze. The moment you've been waiting for. Here comes the short squeeze. Can you feel them trembling now? Here comes the short squeeze. Games. We are outgunned. What? Outplanned. What? We got numbers. We got the men. We gotta make it all outstand. Hey yo, the shorts just want us to disband. Listen up, my people. The firms thought we were feeble. They think they're tough, but soon enough they'll know that we are lethal. History is in the making as they notice their entire world is quaking with the progress we are making. They think they are a golden talisman, writing letters to congressmen, the very ones who let them dip their pockets in. But it's finally time to pay your dues. You can make the check out to retail. Subject line, boom! Your view must be so distorting. How can you keep shorting when the people you're shorting keep retorting? We won't stop reporting, but the SEC ignores, of course.
I've been too cringed out by a gay fashion.
We are outgunned, outplanned. We got numbers, we got the men. We gotta make it all outstand. Hey yo, the shorts just want us to disband. Incoming!
Okay.
They're infiltrating every single unknown community. We gotta stop them and rob them of their immunity. Let's take a stand with the same, and I got his brand. Let's hold on to your shares now. Let's make them cover. Move. Goes the rocket, watch it launch into outer space. Goes the rocket, see the fear in the firm's face. Goes another firm and think they'll never learn it. When burn up 1,000 quick, they can't afford another dip. Calls and shares, giddy up. Tell your friends no giving up positions. Just wishing they had the gall to double up. No time for giving up, promote unity. So scream in the face of all mass scrutiny. Are these the men with which I am to become an astronaut? We ride at market open, outer space in the distance. You/DFE cannot do this alone, people. We're in dire need
Hey,
of
that's the
assistance.
fucking value. That's who we were talking
Mr.
about.
Trader, sir. Who are you? Robinhood. Permission to say some stuff, if you must. Sir, the market's having so much volatility, and I've noticed you're trading GME. And well, in summary, think that you should probably sell now. You don't want to be caught with your pants down. I have a couple of suggestions for other stocks in question, how to beat out the rest. Yes? Your Excellency, you wanted to see me. DFV, come in. Have you met Robinhood? Sir, I can't believe him. As I was saying, sir, I look forward to seeing your strategy fizz out. Hood, yeah? It's time for me to shut you down. Have I done something wrong, sir? On the contrary, I called you here because manipulations are getting hairy. Your reputation precedes you, and I have to laugh, sir. How did you see this coming for a year and a half? Don't get me wrong, you're a wise man of great renown. I know you kept your chin up while they called you a clown. Wall Street bets and all the world owes you quite a debt. I'm no hero. Then how'd you know what this would represent? What do you mean? You must know this goes beyond exchanges. The nation's growing restless for some much needed changes. We need heads full of confidence, hands full of diamond. Buying is easy, my friend. Holding, defining. Why are you telling me this? I need your help. It's clear we're at a crossroad that paper hands want to sell. We are a powder keg about to explode. I need your diamond hands to start off the show. So, not throwing away my stocks. Not throwing away my stocks. Make my bets on Wall Street and I finally made my money. I am not throwing away my stocks. We are outgunned, outplanned. Need all the help you can get. I have advice, don't sell, or you're sure to regret. Okay, what else? Got numbers, got men. You need some friends, some people who won't pretend. The ones with diamond hands. Write to Congress and tell them about the shorts. The SEC will report, but only if we're a whore. To the moon. Rise above our stations, educate the population till we rise to the occasion and reclaim our nation. Here comes the short squeeze. Rise up. Here comes the short squeeze. Rise up. Here comes the short squeeze. Rise up. Here comes the short squeeze. What? Where we take our stand. Move.
That was very well done, I will say. Listen, I will say I'm impressed with the quality, but these are some wishful thinking. These are some really, really wishful thinking people. Oof. Is it keck or cringe? It's both. It is both keck and cringe. It is both. Both keck and cringe at the same time. No DMCA nuts? I gotta go eat soon. What's this? What's this? Not right now. Okay, hold on. Hold on a second. Give me a minute. Give me a minute here. I need to watch Hamilton? Yeah, but why would I watch Hamilton when I could instead watch the SpongeBob musical again, which is amazing. The SpongeBob musical is actually incredible. I'm not kidding you. It's actually incredible. It's actually incredible. Yeah, it's really good. I'm not kidding you. I'll watch Hamilton at some point. I will. Why not both? I'll watch both at the same time. I don't get a new song. Oh, that's just holding me hostage. How about Oh, I love The Hunchback of Notre Dame, but I can't listen to that because that's Disney and it will kill me. It's a nice sentiment from these guys, but they make it way bigger than it is. Well, yeah, because they're invested in it. Yeah, if they hype it up as much as they possibly can, well, then they make a lot of money. It's just remember what I said to Zan. At the end of the day, the money doesn't fucking exist. It does, but what happens when they all crash? Where does the money come from? It's gonna get really messy. Yeah, it's all theoretical money. Yeah, no financial advice. Just saying, no financial advice. You gotta be fucking careful with this shit. The theoretical money. I mean, yeah, there is some of that, yeah. Oh, what a mess. What a goddamn mess. You want to know what's up? Want to know what's up? You want to know what's way up? You want to know what stock is going way up? Look right there. That's me, baby. That's me right there. Look at that A tier. I'm moving up. I'm moving up in the random Twitch streamer fucking things. People used to put me on F. People used to put me on F. Not anymore. A and S. I've been put into A and S tier recently. Not that these things even have any meaning, but it doesn't matter. I'm up with Sam. Yeah, you know Sam Cedar fucking... Wait, you know that Sam Cedar liked my tweets the other day? That's right. Sam Cedar liked 2 of my tweets from his personal account. Not from the official account, from the Sam Cedar account. Yeah, that's right. That's fucking right. You know, Sam Cedar liked my tweets. Yeah, hit me up. The ones about the conversation with Brianna Joy Gray. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's basically the same thing. Here, let me see. What you sent me. Xanderhal. Oh, yeah, this one. Oh, I gotta, this is the meme. I gotta watch the meme. Yeah, it's true. Exactly. Look at this. Uh-oh.
Yes.
Bogdanov, he did it.
Il bought.
He went to all in.
Dump it.
Get the bogs in there. I'm sorry, Vermin. I've never seen this. Dump it. That's an epic gamer moment right there. That's what I call an epic gamer moment. Real deal. It's over, hedge fund. I have the high ground. Nice try, Bogdanovs. A better one? That's where the bogged emote actually comes from? Oh, that's awesome. I noticed the bogged emote came with the site and I saved it because I know that Fawn loves Bogdanov memes. This is another bogged? We've been bogged again?
Bogdanov.
Okay, see you later. See you later, Spats. Very happy to have you. Much love to you.
He panics all.
Temporary bottom, reversal.
He not paying.
Point pit and pay ta bulle flag.
Il faut mutin.
Put him to sleep. Load the Korea
Neuron
food.
activated.
He's awake.
Make him think it's the bottom. Drop off the volume.
He bought more.
Dump it again.
Il t'éterde.
Push it sideways.
Il doit grossir.
Print 100 million Tether when he goes to sleep. 10 point pit.
He's awake.
Load a dip.
He books the deep.
Sideways until he sleeps, then crash with the exact same Korea fold. Get Vitalik on the lane. Point pattern for 2 hours and then wake him up.
He's awake.
Load the flip on in trade.
Il faut mouder à droite.
Crash it.
Il trying to kill himself.
Activate quantum immortality.
Alternate timeline.
Now print 200 million Tether.
He thinks we are going to
We are, let him in.
be seen.
Pump it.
He thinks he's about to make it.
Uh-oh.
Kill him. Transfer everything. And then find a notaire.
Damn, that was intense. That was fucking intense. Quantum immortality? My God. What is this? Fucking Pathologic 2? Oh, what? Yeah, sure. Let me take a look at that real quick, Lone Cat. I didn't. Oh, that's so cute, Lone Cat. Oh, what a cute design. Aw. Cute. Cute character. Big butt. A large butt. Well, everyone. Oh, I can't scroll down anymore. But perhaps later. What's this? All right, listen. I've looked at a ton of memes. I've looked at a lot of stuff. Okay, everybody? Listen. Memes. These are all memes. I've seen all the memes, okay? We've watched all the memes. All the memes have been done. We're at hour 9 of my stream today. My God, how did I end up pulling out enough? Do you remember how tired I was? Do you remember how tired I was when I started stream today? And now I've been going for 9 hours and somehow I have more energy than I did when I started. Very strange, isn't it? Very weird how it works. I'm just that powerful. It's true. But the fact of the matter is, I do need to rest, and I really want to go eat some dumplings. So, on Sunday, I will be playing Rust with Glooby. The first time ever. I've never played Rust. So, yeah, Rust. Is Rust a metagame? Yeah, it is. It is a metagame. But guess what? I've never played it before, so it will be very, very fancy. And you all will get to see me struggle with it, okay? Good night, Vermin, and good night, Lonnie. Good night, everyone. Good night, 85D2D Derek, Anthony Minty, Windleby, Hollowed Ore, Table Knife Hawk, Purple Bee Chan, Koala, Marinara, Tastiest Pizza, Kabibble, Hibby Punk, Windleby, Busy Bee, Aztec, Cucumber, Mason Baby Boy, Mayfay, Fake Trumpet, Trash Candy, Dire Fox, and let me get a couple from YouTube chat so I don't leave everybody out. Coco, to MVM, Ivy, Evans, Jay, Moralago, Kylie, good night to all of you. Listen, I don't think there's anybody I can raid right now. I don't think Conyers on or anything, or let's see. I should host somebody just for good measure in case anybody needs something to watch. Oh, Lexi's on. Hey, look, Lexi's on doing Bloomer Fuel. All right, let's host Lexi, okay? Let's host Lexi, all right? We're going to host Lexi. And if you're in the mood to watch more stuff, go click through and give your love to Lexi. If not, I'll see you very soon. Be there. Sunday, 4 p.m. It's video gaming time, okay? It's going to be video gaming time. And once again, thank you all very, very much. Much communal love to you. And I will have more awesome coverage next week of whatever the fuck happens, okay? So I'll see you soon. Mwah! And here we go. Hosting out right now. Bye, everyone.